Greetings, everyone, and a very warm welcome to another edition of Marketing the Invisible. As you know, I'm Tom Poland, beaming out to you from little Castaways Beach in Queensland, Australia. Joined today by Kristin Swanson. Kristin, g'day, very warm welcome. Where are you hanging out right now?
Hello, thanks for having me. I am in Seattle, Washington.
Seattle, Washington. And you drove past my place a few years ago. Tell folks where you traveled to for your first date with your now husband, because this is a great story, folks.
Yes. I traveled all the way to Australia and went to Brisbane where he was living, and then we went to the Whitsunday Islands and Sydney.
For a first date. For a
I
first
know.
date. I mean, how do you top that? I didn't know. I think it's a great story. What else you need to know about Kristin is that she helps service-based entrepreneurs like you, because if you're listening to this, it's probably you, but she helps them execute their someday when procrastinated projects with ease. And we all know how those projects, the someday when I'm going to write a book, the someday when I'm going to launch this product, the someday when we all know how that can drift from week to week to month, to year to decade to decade. So she stops that. Now, what's really interesting about the backstory with Kristin is that she's a cancer survivor and Coactive Coaches Institute trained coach. So she's learned the importance of getting stuff done, getting out of your own way, and stopping the whole thing about waiting until someday to make this big impact, or someday to get the big breakthrough, or someday to get discovered, or whatever. So she's realized, I believe, at quite a deep level, due to her experiences as a cancer survivor, that you only get to live once. She's gained perspective. She's created tools and strategies for all of us to help us overcome the illusion that fear often instills in us. And these are, in very small part, my words, but mostly hers. I think electrifying stuff, Kristin. So let's get on with the show.
Okay.
Title for our little interview is How to Start Your Someday When Project Now. And Kristin's going to share with us how to do that in 7 minutes. Kristin, our 7 minutes starts now. Question number one is, who is your ideal client?
My ideal client is thought leaders in the personal and professional development space that really they know what they want to be doing to grow and scale their business, and they're just not doing it. They have the ideas. It's exactly what you said about that someday they're going to start a podcast. They're going to launch into a new line of business. They're going to create an online course, but they're not doing it yet.
Right, and haven't done for a while, but it's been there in the back of their mind for quite a while. So that probably leads us quite nicely to question number two, and 6.5 minutes left. Define the problem you solve for these folks.
Yeah, I mean, in their words, a lot of times it's procrastination. So the putting it off. And so what I help them with is to take consistent action regularly, and that results in consistent revenue. So that's kind of what drives them, right?
Right, absolutely. And so question three, and 6 minutes left. Someone listening to this, they're thinking, yep, that's me. I'm a service-based entrepreneur. There are definitely some big stuff I've been putting off, and I'm aware of that. What are some of the other symptoms that they're going to be experiencing, which kind of is going to give them the heads up, and they go, yeah, wow, that's happening in my business, it's happening in my life. That'll give them the clue that they need to listen up and reach out, maybe get some help.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, well, I mean, there is, like I said, that sort of roller coaster revenue. And then there is also just knowing that you have the potential to be doing more and expanding your reach and touching more lives, and that you're not doing it. So it's almost like it's like an erosion of self-trust in a way. So you're kind of frustrated with yourself each day that you didn't get to that big thing that you know you want to be doing.
Right. So there's a sense that they've got this gift that their world will benefit from, but they haven't got it out there yet.
Yeah.
So frustration, lack of fulfillment, some of the symptoms, and this real burning desire, I'm sure, to make their part of the world a better place with their gifts. So that said, people are generally reasonably smart, and they're wanting to make their part of the world a better place, and they know they've got the problem, they're experiencing those systems of frustration, lack of fulfillment, and so on. They're going to try stuff, right? So question number 4, and 4.5 minutes left appropriately, what are some of the common things that people try to overcome this procrastination, to get stuff done that actually are mistakes, and they're the things that people should avoid?
Yeah, I think the biggest one is like going full bore, like I'm gonna do this thing and just like taking, and it's also kind of a bright, shiny objects thing. So like all or nothing or bright, shiny objects. So
Wow.
going all the way, like, okay, so I want to increase my social media presence. So every day next week, I'm gonna do, Facebook Lives, and I'm gonna do a post every day and all of this. And then the next week, it's like silence. So it's this like start and stop thing. So going full bore instead of just like small chunks, chunking away at it, like getting
Right.
consistent, get it, make it a habit, and then keep going. And, maybe just 15 minutes a day or whatever it is to just keep going steadily instead of this like all or nothing thing.
See, what I love about this is you've broken this down into from something that's kind of mysterious that we're aware that is happening in our lives, but you've broken this down into a series of steps that you can manage the whole thing.
Yes.
So that leads us, I think, to question number 5 quite nicely. 3.5 minutes left. Give folks one valuable free action they could take that's it's not going to solve the whole problem, but it might take them a step in the right direction. What's one thing they could do in the next 10 minutes or so that's going to take them the step in the right direction?
Yeah, so I would encourage you to ask yourself, what am I resisting in my business?
Ooh.
And take like 15 minutes to take action on it every day. So, first thing in the morning, every morning, before you open your email, take calls, all of it, ask yourself, what am I resisting? Take action, run towards the resistance, because I believe that what you resist is like, that's like fear basically, and it's stopping you. But if you break it down and have it just be like a 15-minute chunk, take action even in the face of resistance, because it's going to be hard, and keep doing that every day and notice the results. And do that, like I said, before you open your email, like before everyone else gets a hold of your time. Take charge of this project that you want to be implementing.
I love the 15 minutes idea because my mind is automatically going, I could do that. It's 15 minutes. I could set a timer. I could just 15 minutes. Just so, and it has that whole Goethe thing about it. The genius, the power, and the magic is in the starting of a thing. It's the beginning of it. Okay,
Yeah,
so
and
that's
that's
pretty
why
cool.
people put it off, is because they say like, oh, I don't have time. I don't have the perfect podcast name. I don't have the URL. I don't have all the things. So I don't even start. But the truth is you can start small, and you just do a little bit of research, make one phone call a mentor, whatever you
Right.
need to do, like
And there is
15 minutes.
something in there about this magic of beginning the thing and starting and getting over the idea that we have to have closure necessarily. We don't have to start and finish the whole freaking project in one hit. So question number 6, there's 2 questions to go in only 90 seconds. So question number 6 is the valuable free resource we're going to direct people to. I'm going to give folk the answer to that one just for the sake of time. It's Kristin, Kristin Swanson, as you would expect to sell Swanson, consulting.com. If you go there, folks, you're going to be able to download the Make It Happen Planner. So go grab that and make it happen. Leaves us with question number 7, a whopping 63 seconds left. What's the one question I should have asked you but didn't?
So the question is, how would I know that like maybe I should go to that website or follow her or learn more about what she has to offer? And that is just, the answer is, if you just have one little inkling in the back of your mind that there's something that you want to be doing that you've heard more than once, and you actually might hear every day, this little voice that says, I wish I was doing this,
Right.
then I would love to either speak with you or just check out my free resources.
And the very fact that you're even wondering whether you should go to the website is the answer. You should go to the website. And I
Yeah.
so often find that's the case, Kristin. And when I start, I wonder if I should. Yeah, I should. Or if I wonder if I shouldn't. No, I shouldn't. So the very fact that you had the question is indicative that you should get there. Kristin Swanson, consulting.com. And Kristin, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for checking out our Marketing the Invisible podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes to subscribe, rate us, and leave us a review. It's very much appreciated. And if you want to generate 5 fresh leads in just 5 hours, then check out www.5hourchallenge.com.